Hi. Thanks for coming, everybody. Hey, sweetie.
All right, so what's going on here? Did EJ do something else?
Yeah, you could say that. I went to see him last night.
Yeah, okay. What? What happened?
He made it clear that I am never going to be able to see my kids again.
So George says you're good.
Navy SEALs thought so.
Great. So we need to find that gun before anyone else does. Or, someone I love's gonna be in big trouble.
I ran into Mary in the driveway. She told me you were out here with Johnny and Sydney. Imagine my surprise.
Samantha changed her mind, so she's given me custody.
Full custody?
We're working out the details.
How'd she go from a restraining order to full custody?
Listen, Johnny, Theo, why don't you run over there and play by that tree, okay?
Come on, Theo.
Off you go. Listen, don't go too far, okay? Make sure your Aunt Lexi and I can still see you. Go. What?
Going somewhere?
I didn't know you were up.
I asked you a question.
Yes, I have a staff meeting this morning.
Well, we also have a conversation to finish.
Yeah? Well, I thought that we said everything we had to say.
Everything? You watched me go crazy, trying to figure out who used my gun to shoot my son, and you knew that it was Samantha, and you kept it to yourself.
I told you that I did not know. Not for sure.
But you knew that you called her, You also knew that you told her that Elvis was prepared to take the children.
I overheard what you were saying. What was I supposed to do? Just ignore it?
What you are supposed to do is to come to me. Instead, you put into motion a series of events that could have resulted in my son's death.
But it didn't.
By the grace of God.
So, what are you going to do to me?
Like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Thank you very much, Mary. I'll be inside as soon as the boys finish playing.
No problem.
It's good to have her back.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
So let me get this straight. Sammy knows that you kidnapped Sydney, but she just all of a sudden, decided to be reasonable and turn her and Johnny over to you?
It's not quite it, no.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Let's just say that I managed to turn a certain situation to my advantage.
And what situation is that?
He can't take your children away from you. You and Rafe will have to go to court.
Grandma, it's not that easy. There's a lot more to it than that, but I promise you. Okay, I promise. I know I got us into this mess, and I'm gonna find a way to get my family out of it.
Do you think that I wanted to call Sammy? Because I loathe her even more than you do. But I knew she had the children. And I knew EJ was gonna take them with your help. And those kids would have disappeared just like Anna did.
They are my grandchildren. Mine, not yours.
Will doesn't make that distinction. Johnny and Sydney. That's his brother and his sister. Did that ever occur to you? And if you took them, if you helped EJ take them, he of course would think that I was involved, and I would lose his love forever. And as much as I care for you, I was not going to let that happen.
So just in case there's more than one pistol down there, I'm looking for a .22 caliber, semi-automatic, single action pistol.
Got it. How come you want it?
Because if anyone else gets their hands on it, a lot of innocent lives are going to be destroyed.
I think we should tell Theo and Johnny to go inside.
I think you should tell me what situation you're using to your advantage.
You know she married Rafe, right, Samantha?
Wow. How does that make you feel?
Fine with it.
EJ, hey, come on now, you're talking to me, all right? Not too long ago, you wanted more than anything in this world to marry Sammy.
Well, I realized I don't want it to be a part of my life. And she realized that she wants to marry Rafe. And she has a lot of things to do now. She's very busy and she doesn't have time to raise 4 kids, so we came to an arrangement.
You know I don't believe a word of that.
It's the truth, Lexi.
So the possibility that it might have been Sammy or Will who shot you, that has nothing to do with this.
I don't think we need to speculate on what may or may not have happened. My children are my children, and I'm not going to share them with anybody.
Including Sammy?
Especially Samantha.
How can this be happening? You're Sydney and Johnny's mother. I mean, that kid should not spend one more night in that man's house.
All right, Ma. I tell you what. We're going to help Sammy find a way out of this. Is there any kind of compromise that EJ would accept?
Dad, Rafe and I have been killing ourselves trying to think of something. No. EJ's holding all the cards, and he knows it. He's won.
The hell he has.
Maxine, I still don't feel like myself. A little trip down to X-ray and I'm exhausted.
Oh, don't worry. You'll get your strength back.
Okay.
Hello, dear. No. We don't want any disturbance. We haven't finished our little talk.
Why aren't you in jail?
Jail? Me? Well, I'm a victim, just like you are.
Vivian, I know that you make up your own reality as you go along, but you don't make up mine. You locked me in a coffin and you tried to kill me with paint fumes. How did you get away with that? I mean, no, don't. Tell me. Don't. Just take your flowers. I don't want to chat. Just get the hell out of my room.
Relax, dear. I just came to tell you, you have nothing to fear from me. I want you to go back to your gardening, your pie crusts, and your gas little restaurant.
And how will you fill all of those empty hours if you're not plotting my demise?
I'll be setting my sights on Victor.
You really think you're going to get him back?
Oh, no. No. I plan to destroy him. And he's not the only one.
Honey, this isn't fighting over some piece of land, okay? You're talking about your children. Sammy's their mother.
Not for long.
You really mean that?
I'm straight.
If EJ thought he had trouble before, I'll make damn sure, even if he drops a gum wrapper on the sidewalk, I'll have him arrested.
Dad, you can't do that.
Why not?
Because a lot of reasons. mean, Grandma, he is just looking for an opportunity to take those kids and leave the country, and we'll never see them again. That's what he was gonna do when he kidnapped Sydney in the first place.
He can't do that. He can't do that if I have cops around him all the time. I'll know what he has for dinner.
Dad, please.
He has Johnny and Sydney in his house. You can't see him. I can't see him.
Grandpa, I'm sorry, but I think the best thing to do is to figure out a way for Mom to see them first, and then we can.
It isn't.
Why not?
That's why I asked you all here this morning, because I need all of you to be with me on this. We have to play this EJ's way. At least for now.
EJ is your blood. EJ is your male heir. I'm the woman you blackmailed into marrying you. You would have helped him vanish with the kids without even giving a second thought to how it affected my life.
Listen, Elvis was in pain and anger. He was drunk. There was no way that you would have any idea how serious he was.
How serious he was? The kids wouldn't be here. Now, if he wasn't serious, he finally accomplished what he wanted to do that night.
Catherine, let me tell you something. This has nothing to do with Elvis. This has to do with you and me. You went behind my back with Samantha. You took her side against me.
So, what was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just mind my own business?
Catherine!
Because I had 2 children taken away from me by my lunatic husband. And I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Not even Sammy.
Okay, all right. Let me get this straight. EJ has 2 of my grandkids locked up in Stefano DeMira's house, and I'm supposed to do nothing.
Dad, we all have to, okay? I mean, Rafe agrees that this is the way we have to play it right now.
Well, this sucks, Mom.
I agree.
And I've got to go.
Must be some way that we can force EJ's hand.
Grandma, if there is, I have to be the one to find it.
Sammy, I love you very much. But when you go out on your own, things have a way of not turning out real well.
You're not wrong, Dad, but I'm not alone anymore. I am married to a former FBI agent, and we are in this together. And Rafe and I agree that right now we have to play along with EJ, but I promise you, this fight is far from over.
Damn, that looks cold. Did you find anything?
Nothing. How long ago did the gun go in the river?
It's about 3 months ago.
It's a long time. And with the current and all.
Are you sure you followed the coordinates I gave you? And you looked everywhere?
Yeah.
That's just... You weren't out there very long.
Like I told you, I'm the best. Either that gun got washed downstream, or somebody else already found it.
I'm not going to do anything to Samantha. I don't have to. She's brought all of this upon herself. I just get to sit back and watch her self-destruct.
Hey, Sammy's a survivor.
Maybe, when she's facing an adversary.
Oh, and you're not an adversary?
Look, Dixie, she had it won. She had my children. She had the restraining order. I was so desperate, I almost stormed the Brady pub so I could grab Johnny and Sydney and flee the country.
I remember thinking that's what you had in mind.
Okay, but look, I didn't do it. She had the Brady police force all over the place. But I'd lost everything. She was off with Rafe. You know, there's a point at which I almost thought about taking my own life.
Oh,
But that wasn't enough for her. She wanted more. She nearly got it.
wait a second. Are you saying that Sammy's the one who shot you? Are you sure?
Anyway, I survived. And now I have my children back. She deserves everything she gets. She brought it all upon herself.
Oh, sweetheart.
Hey.
Hey, honey. Can I get a hug?
How you doing? You cold? You want some hot chocolate?
What, do we have time?
Well, what do you mean, do we have time?
Before Mommy comes to pick us up.
Are you telling me that you have sympathy for Samantha Brady?
No. I have sympathy for her kids. Because I know what Billy and Austin went through when Curtis took them. So I think when I found out that EJ was planning on doing the same thing, something just snapped. And I acted without thinking. I admit that. But I had no idea what Sammy was going to do, or apparently did. But EJ is fine. And he has his kids. You have your kids. Don't you think we can just put all this behind us?
I don't know. It all depends on anything else you're keeping from me. No. Yes. I see. Well, no. Please have him come to my house. Thank you.
Who was that?
The hospital. The paternity test results are in. I'm about to find out if I have another son in this world.
So, your mother's not coming tonight?
We're sleeping here tonight again?
Yes, tonight. Listen, but what I thought we could do is we can have some pizza. You like pizza? Yeah? Why don't you go and see if Mary has some for you, okay?
Come on, Theo.
What are you gonna do tomorrow night? Hire a clown?
Lexi, don't stop, please.
I don't have time anyway. I've got to go meet Abe.
Oh, why don't you leave Theo here? I mean, he and Johnny are getting on very well. I'd love them to become closer.
Yeah, so would I. In spite of everything.
Hey, I'm your brother. Don't judge me.
Oh, little brother. Ah, love you.
Love you.
Oh, I'm just gonna say goodbye to Theo. Let him know what's going on before I leave, okay?
Yeah, sure. Okay, bye. Oh, Rafe, always a pitiful step behind.
Where you been?
Well, a guy I know found me a diver.
You went to the river to look for the... Did you find it?
No. So either the current took it or,
EJ has it. Just like he said. It's him.
Better answer it.
EJ, is everything okay with the kids?
They're fine. I just wanted to call you and Rafe. Ask you not to waste any more money looking for that gun.
You're still having us followed?
Always. And just so you know, that gun is in a place where you will never, ever find it.
He said not to waste your time looking in the river because he has the gun and that we're never gonna find it. He has everything.
For now.
Do you have to go?
No. Someone from the hospital is coming here. So is Chad.
I see.
So, you never told me. I mean, how do you feel that the possibility that I may have another son?
Well, you seem to be warming to the idea, so it's all right with me, too.
That I had a child with Madeline Peterson.
Well, I know that you weren't a monk before I married you, Stefano.
You're taking this very well, you know? I mean, another woman would be thinking, like, he's got another heir, how is it for me? But not you.
Have you discussed the possibility with EJ?
You know, when I think back, I always had the feeling that you were pushing Chad at me for a reason.
So now everything I do is suspicious. Chad is Love's friend. I felt sorry for him because of what happened to his mother, and I offered him a job at the company. I mean, that's really all there is to it.
You sure?
Sorry. Yes. Chris, I know I'm running late. Could we do the meeting as a conference call? Great. Okay, I'll wait while you set it up. I have to wait for this call.
Got an envelope a little while back. Inside of it was a copy of a birth certificate. My birth certificate. And on it, it said that Madeline Peterson was my mother, and my father was you.
You're joking.
Do you see me laughing?
Who sent it to you?
It came by messenger. There's no name on it, no address.
They canceled it. What?
You're a very busy woman, Catherine.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're keeping something else from me, aren't you?
If you don't get out of here, I'm gonna start throwing things.
I thought you might be relieved that I'm not gunning for you.
Well, I'm gunning for you. And as soon as I get strong enough to speak to the police, I'm gonna give them chapter and verse about what you did to me.
Well, before you do that, you better think about something. Victor may have kept me in the sarcophagus, but your beloved Brady's the one who put me in there.
I was just going to take Sydney to her play group and thought you'd wanted to say goodbye.
Harold has Johnny in theater, doesn't he?
Come here, Trouble.
You go and play well, okay? All right. Sleepy? Come home soon, okay?
Well, you are a real Prince Charming, aren't you?
Roman, lovely to see you. Go.
Yes.
How you doing there? Uh-huh. Hi, sweetheart. I love you. Well, saw Lexi leaving as I was pulling in. Does she know what her little brother's up to?
Oh, you mean that the children are going to be living with me from now on?
Well, EJ, if you really think we're going to let that happen, then you're not near as smart as I thought you were.
It's better? So, how was Will when he left?
He keeps doing that, you know, like seeming calm on the outside when I know he wants to explode on the inside.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's always hated EJ. It's just, oh, God, EJ's such a monster.
Who's calling who a monster?
So, when are you going to the hospital? Not. Mr. Romero wants us to hear the results together. His house.
Yeah, I mean, that's like him. Make you come to his turf to find out if you're his son.
It's not a done deal, you know. The odds, they're 50-50. You know, even if he is my biological father, doesn't mean anything to me.
Maybe. But you better believe it's gonna mean something to him.
What are you getting at?
Did you ever step back and think about the past? You know, like you put a whole bunch of things together and you come up with a story. Well, that's what I just did. You know something? The story ended up about you. You've known about Chad for quite a while now.
That's ridiculous.
Chad said that he got the birth certificate anonymously.
Well, obviously, his father must have sent it because he had access to Madeline's papers after she died, and he must have found the birth certificate. And that's why he's refusing to have anything to do with Chad.
Whew. Nice try. Nice try. Do you remember when Madeline was giving us a hard time and we thought, well, that she might have something on me? And then I asked you if you would dress like her and get into her safe deposit box. And you pulled it off. Like the clever girl that you are. Which means that you had the first look at whatever was in that box. You knew that that boy could be my son. And you kept it to yourself. What I want to know is, why?
Before you begin your little rant about what I'm doing to Samantha, you might want to think about what I'm doing for her.
Like what?
Well, I'm allowing her to live in freedom with Rafe and her other 2 children.
You know what, EJ? As little respect as I have for you, I thought at least when it came to the children, you were better than this. Who cares that Sydney bounced from Nicole to Anna to Sammy? And now she won't have a mother thanks to you. And who gives a damn that Johnny's best friend is his sister, Allie? She's Lucas Roberts' kid, right? So just cut her out of Johnny's life. He'll get over it. Is that really kind of father you want to be, EJ?
Please. You know as well as anyone what EJ's done to Sammy.
I wasn't as well versed on what Sammy did to EJ.
You've talked to EJ? Did you see the kids? Are they okay?
Yeah, they're fine. EJ's doing everything he can to make them happy.
Yeah, except let them see their mother.
Well, he has reason to be cautious. Wouldn't you agree?
Just tell me about my kids. Please, Lexi, just tell me that they're okay. Are they asking about me? Are they upset?
Sammy,
no,
let
just
go.
talk to
Yeah,
me,
Sammy.
please.
Okay, let's go back inside. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, EJ. This is not going to turn out the way you want.
Stefano DiMera is the epitome of old school. And if he thinks you have a drop of DiMera blood in you, he wants to own you.
And you would know that because your mom had 2 kids with his son.
Yeah. 2 kids who are actually now living with EJ, who has told my mom that she's never going to see them again.
Why would he want to do that?
Because he's a twisted son of a bitch. Like his dad. I mean, making misery is a fun time for them. Your mom was right when she told you to stay the hell away from him.
Well, your mom, my mom. Why did they learn to hate those guys after they slept with them?
But your mom wanted what my mom wants now. Which is a good life for a kid. One that does not include the DiMeras.
You're right. I did find the birth certificate in the safe deposit box.
And you said nothing to me.
I took it to Madeline, and she pleaded with me not to tell you. She didn't want her son to be any part of this family.
And you honored her wish.
Yes. She was a powerful judge, and her husband, the cuckold, is the DA. And I decided to honor her wishes.
Even after she died?
That did bother me then, because Chad's father turned on him, and he was alone.
And still you said nothing to me.
I decided to send the birth certificate to Chad, so he would have the choice. So he could decide if he was going to be a DiMera or not be one.
So, if he decided not to be one, and he left,
But he didn't. He came to you.
You betrayed me!
No.
You kept my son away from me.
No!
Yes! 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 I am your husband. And yet, you watch over everyone else's interests but mine.
Brady wouldn't do that.
Oh, but he did. His drinking is totally out of control. I suggest you find him another sponsor, dear. You're just not cutting it.
What are you going to do to Brady and Victor?
You go to the police and talk about me. I'll sing like a canary, and Beau will have no choice but to put his father and his nephew in prison. And then I will plead temporary insanity due to the fact that I've been kept in a sarcophagus by Victor and his little crypt club.
What?
Oh, yes. Brady's lovely girlfriend, Nicole, and then there's Kate DiMera and Philip.
Philip?
No. The unkindest cut of all. I protect him in my womb for 9 months, and he turns on me.
You're lying. None of this makes any sense. I don't believe you.
Oh, really? Well, you can believe what you want, dear. You'll find out the truth soon enough.
I should not have done that to Lexi.
Sammy, it's okay.
It's not okay. I have to be different. I'm gonna get those kids back. I have to do it differently. Oh, God, I've got to find a way to make this right. How?
So, I'm hurting the children when I take them away from Samantha, but she wasn't hurting them when she took them away from me. Do I have that right?
Well, let me ask you this, EJ. Why shouldn't she keep you from them? You kidnapped Sydney. And oh, by the way, I will track down Anna and prove that. And make you pay for it.
You might want to think about that. I mean, if you bring the law down on me, then I'll have to bring the law down on Samantha, and I can assure you I have an airtight case.
I was protecting you.
From my own son? Get out of here.
Right. I'll give you some time.
No. I meant get out of my house.
I know what you did to Vivian, Philip.
I'm going to have my revenge on the whole pack of you.
Am I this young man's biological father or not?